It says I am live, and hey everybody, I hope you are having a good Saturday, having a fun Saturday. I know it's still hot for some of us. Today we actually had some cooler weather, which has been nice. So as I wait for people to come in, thank you again for all my recent subscribers. New ones that have joined me as well for my new channel. And yeah, thank you everybody. Got some stuff planned coming up, but tonight I wanted to share a deck that I know Bobby from Wild Raven Tarot has done a flip through, and I believe Selena, Essence of the Moon, has done also one. Make sure to check out their channels if you can. And thank you if you're watching on playback. And I will just sit tight here for a few minutes and see if anybody pops in. I know it's summer, it's a Saturday night, and everybody is feeling all right. Hopefully at the beach, maybe out with family, barbecue. So yeah, I hope everyone's having a good weekend so far. And so yeah, I'm wondering what to do because I know some people are going to slowly trickle in. So a little backstory. I was out shopping yesterday at one of our local, what we can call, nicknamed granola supermart that sells, cruelty-free raised meats and vegan and organic, and they also sell crystals and cruelty-free. Everything in the store is cruelty-free. So hair products, soaps. They also have crystals, incense, and they've had some tarot decks and some oracles. And when I was in yesterday, I thought, why not take a look, see if they got something new? And they did, and it's this amazing Talisman Oracle I have been wanting to get now for the last couple of years. So I am just going to hang tight. I hope someone shows up. I don't know if there's other shows going on at this time. But yeah. So things coming up on the channel if you are watching replay. This Monday, Nancy and I will be doing our the Sacred Feminine Within. I rechanged the name. And it's called the Sacred Feminine Within, and we'll be talking about working with multiple different goddesses, deities at the same time. How does that work for you if you do that? Do you prefer, just one at a time, or do you have separate sacred spaces for each one that you work with? So we're going to be having a discussion on that. And then Wednesday, Jackie's Crystal Moon and I will be back for Holding Court, which is a look at the court cards, and we will be going on to the page. No, we did the page first. It will be the Knight of Pentacles. So that will be 11 p.m. Pacific time. And thank you. Someone showed up. Hey, Tom. I was getting lonely here. Chat was lonely. And so that will be 7 p.m. GMT and 11 p.m. Pacific, which will make it 2 p.m. Eastern Standard. So, Tom, you saved me. How you doing, bro? So, yeah, and then Friday, Alice and I will be back for a regular show. So, if I have forgotten, and a special announcement, I found out who my new team, who my next, not teammate, but competitor is. Hershey, as all of you remember, was doing the scavenger hunts, and Tom and I are going to be teaming up for the team competitions, but we are going to be doing still some solo competitions. And on August 16th, we still figuring out a time with Kaylee from Fogo Pogo. And I believe her channel, Woo Woo Wonderment. And this is going to be an interesting competition. Hey, Beth. Yay, folks are showing up. um, because when I did the last few competitions, I still had at least a good quarter of my collection. Before I moved, I donated a lot and gave ones away. So hopefully, with something like this, I will be able to compete. It was a lot of fun. So stay tuned for that. And also a heads up, Jonathan Daly and I are going to be doing another live painting together. Of course, we'll pull some cards. Um, don't do it because Central 3 girls step and I'll have to bounce around. You gotta bounce. Remember the back days? We can do that, right, Beth? Remember the good old days when we bounce, 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 bounce. Okay. Um, so, but yeah. So Jonathan and I will be doing that'll probably be 9 a.m. Hawaiian, and that'll be 12 p.m. Pacific, and then of course that'll be 3 p.m. Eastern Standard. So it's always a good time with Jonathan and I when we get together and paint. We've had other people join us as well. Oh my goodness, I can. There were a couple of wonderful young ladies. It's been a while. They have decks out. Their names are completely leaving me at the moment. But we also had Diana Bowles. What day is that? That Beth is going to be on Lunasad. So we're looking at August 1st. So right now, that's the tentative date. You never know because Jonathan, him and his husband have Apollo, so we don't know. Something might come up with scheduling with school or something, but we're hoping that stays. We can keep that in that on that day in that frame. So time frame. Let me shut my phone so we don't hear all the ding dings. And and Sylvia's here. Hello, Sylvia. So now that I've got at least 3 people in here, yay, the power of 3. Um, yeah, let's get right to it. So I was, at the supermarket, the granola store, and could not believe that this was on the shelf there. This has been, and I was just talking to Selena not long ago about this deck and saying, I really want that deck. And she's like, it's cool. And you get the vellum cards, you do your own talismans. I'm like, yeah. So, and then boom, there it was. So, I guess I will start again. I'll pick up the box. It's a beautiful box. This box is not going anywhere. And Allison, that I hang out with on Friday nights, Aries Girl Tarot, she's a seam. I'll call her a seamstress. She does quilting and she does amazing sewing jobs. And she's actually making me some pouches for my decks. So I'm sure this deck is going to go into one of those. And this here, I am starting to collect, and I want to start working with maybe doing bone readings. And I want to say trinkets, but more of maybe a little bit more organic. I'm not sure, but I want to start doing kind of readings with tossing of the bones and metals and charms and things and stuff. So yeah, this is going to be a wonderful little box to set those aside in. So it is magnetic, and it has that little ribbon, as most boxes and decks are being manufactured with and being shipped out in. And the deck is 44 cards, which is nice. And along with the deck, you get a nice booklet. It's not in color, but still, the book is really nice. This is the first time I've actually opened it, y'all. So, because I've been wanting to save for the excitement. I have seen Selena's flip throughs, Bobby's flip throughs, but I wanted to kind of like save this with everybody. And there she is. Hey, Selena. How do you say it? Como está? Muy bien. So I have a neighbor next door, Ricardio, and I'm trying to pick up a little bit of Spanish here and there from him. Um, so yeah, the cards themselves. Um, and if you want to see, a full flip through with Selena describing the book, the insides and reading, definitely check out her channel. Because if I'm right, Selena, you did a flip through as well as Bobby. So the cards are edged in this beautiful ebony black, and the box outside itself is this beautiful like dark cobalt green, which I really love. That's like a cobalt green, maybe green cobalt, green cobalt. Say that fast a couple times. Turquoise. You did, yes. Bien gracias. Awesome. Busy day, I bet. Give mushies and kissies to Darla for me. And so a little bit of that echoes in the cards, and they do provide. I don't know if I'm going to trace sigils just yet. I may play with these. Um, and do something with my own art. I like playing with different materials, and I have these acrylic wash tubes that I'm wondering how the paint would take on this. So, she's in bed, and I love that video really quick, Selena, when you were doing the recording, and you could hear her with her squeaky toy. That was so sweet. I absolutely love that. So yes, they do provide a lot of little vellum pieces, papers, for you to be able to trace. Comes in a nice little envelope, which I can't reseal right now, but that's okay. I'll do that later. And in the link is the USA Games link for the deck. I did include the Amazon, but the US Games, and boy, that was scary because I started looking at the stuff going, oh, what's the? No. So, but yes, beautiful deck. I have been wanting this for a while. I first saw this about 2 summers ago at this little metaphysical store and hair salon in Williamsville, my hometown. And I almost got it, and I bought something else, and I always kind of regretted that. So now, yeah, Amazon, US Games, Etsy. Oh my God, Etsy. So yeah, and Tom hasn't really seen these, and he doesn't have the deck, I believe. So yeah, I'm very excited to get these, and I've been kind of like looking at my little shelf behind me going, I wonder what would be a great pairing for these, especially with tarot. I have the ghost tarot. So the ghost tarot for Halloween, or doing paranormal readings because I want to get back into that. So I think these will be great with the ghost tarot. And for those, who don't like pip decks, I do have a wonderful pip deck that has animals mainly for the court cards. And so with all the animals on here, yeah, it'll go well with the animals. So I'm sure. Oh, and that witch's Lenormand too that I have. So here is my link, Tom. There you go. That's yeah. It's off like I'm trying to remember her name. I think her name was Teresa, and she had the coolest hair. She would have like these splashes of purple and stuff. I always wanted her to do my hair, but never got around to doing it. But it is Dragonfly Salon. And it's so cool because she had this big dragonfly painted on the garage door. So, did someone say shenanigans? Yes! Hey, Britt, what's going on, girl? Just got a new deck off Amazon. Also, ooh, do tell, do share. What did you get? So, I'm just going to go ahead and start showing some cards. I'm going to take a quick sip. I'm just glad that people are coming in. Yay! It was got crickets there for a while. Okay, so first one up, balanced emotions. And if anybody does have the deck, like Selena, I don't know if anybody else does, but feel free to share your thoughts on the deck, what your favorite cards are. Um, would love to hear. And banish a curse. I knew there was going to be snakes, so I'm all good, but banish a curse. And it's so funny that, I'm going, oh, snakes, because getting ready, I was looking for some, jewelry that I had made, looking for some pendants, something different to wear for tonight. And I know I'm digressing over here for a second, going off on a tangent, but at one time back in, was it summer of 2011, I did a beading workshop for the summer with kids camp in the Niagara Arts and Cultural Center. And these two sisters, oh my gosh, I miss them so much. Nicole and Maddie. And Maddie wanted to, because I was doing the beading with them. And so Maddie was like, Miss Heather, I made you something. And I said, oh, you did? And she goes, yes, here. And she hands me, and she's got a snake on it. She had no idea. And so, 'cause people know how I feel about snakes. And she was like, "Here, I made this for you." I'm like, "Oh, Maddie, thank you, sweetheart. That's so nice of you." And I still have it. And that was 2011. So, it's just a reminder, of how at some point I was able to make a difference for a little bit. The girls were going through, some issues with parents in the process of divorce, and the grandparents were looking after them. So, but yeah, so now I'll get back on the worms and curls. Ooh, okay, let's see. Beth, weirdest story I've ever seen was in Delaware outside Rehoboth Beach. Bait and oh my, oh, that's where the worms and curls came from. Oh my goodness. Well, isn't that something? And Britt got it's the Soul Helper Oracle. Okay, I'll have to check that out. Um, wow, worms and curls. Goodness. So everyone's saying hi. So we're stayed up so late. Okay. Alrighty, so next card up is Blessed Day. Let me I'm going to shuffle these at some point and see if anybody wants some cards pulled. So I love Blessed Day. I love butterflies. And I know there's a staggered elk in here. They do stick a little bit. Just be aware of that too. If you get the deck, there's a little bit of a stick. Tom, I really think you would like these. With the sigils, and it seems to me some imagery, especially with, not just with the sigils, but with the geometry, some of the what's the word I'm looking for? Like I think some of these might have Latin or something. I'm still learning the deck, but it just feels very much like, you know what, Tom, this deck I think would go for me, that new deck that you just shared last night. And after this video, go over to Early Ritual Tom's channel. He has a video he just dropped last night of, I'm trying to remember, I can't remember the name of the deck, but it's really cool. The artwork, I wasn't crazy about the High Priestess, but I don't know, Tom. I think that might be a good tarot deck to kind of work with this. Just because of the limited color palette for each one's Departures Tarot. Okay. And we have sigil decks are weird. Okay, they're weird for you. Okay, because I thought you worked with sigils with the high magic and the chaos and everything. So I thought that was a regular part of your practice. So, and I saw, okay, so Shelby's here too. And let's see, Carolina is here. Hello. And Carolina, I think I sent you an email. I hope I had the right channel about the Crow Tarot. Was that you, sweetheart? Let me know, because when I got the Talisman Oracle yesterday, the crow was sitting there too. So I was just like, oh, nope, I think Carolina was going to send that one to me. So when you get a chance, girl, either in chat or if you feel more comfortable, just email. That's fine too. But I'm just really excited about all these new decks. And there's Madam Maru is here, Maruta. And I think, yep, there is Shelby. I haven't had a chance to properly greet it yet. I saged it this morning. Oh, so you have this too. Alrighty. It was hard to leave. This is beautiful. I mean, the snakes aren't really bothering me. If they were alive, then I'd be like, but good thing they're not. Curling worms, yeah. Yes, he actually dropped a video. Woohoo! So gotta keep on Tom. Gotta do some more. And the music that he opens his videos with are so cool, and that's something he composed in the past, which I thought was pretty badass. Has it really been 7 months, Tom? Wow, dude, gotta get it going. Gotta get it in gear. And just wanted to stop by. Well, thank you for stopping by, Shelby, and thank you for stopping by last night. Um, I just wanted to check with you, Carolina, to see if you had sent it because I think it's been 2 weeks and there hasn't been anything yet. And I want to make sure that the Postal Service didn't drop the ball on getting it here. So I wasn't quite sure what was what. So I'm hoping, like I said, I emailed the right person because I have been meeting a lot of new people through Selena, and I'm hoping I'm not sending an email to the wrong channel. That would be very embarrassing. Let's see. It has strong messages and good direction. Yes. Alrighty. So yes. Woohoo, Tom! I head over and thumbed it up. Oh, yeah, I really like when Tom does videos. I'm just very picky about what ones I will make on my own, but I have no rhyme or reason. Yeah, you just do you, boo. So, I think I got caught up. This week. Okay, thank you, Carolina. I want to make sure because now with us moving, what's kind of happening too is like earlier, what was it, last month or earlier this month, Ramon had sent me a couple gifts from Amazon, and he says, "Wait a minute, Heather, it says 9815." And I'm like, "No, no, 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 that's Niagara Falls Boulevard." But when I was looking at my Amazon address, it said 43. So yeah, I just want to make sure that in between, the making sure that the postal office is getting my new mail to me. They're still giving me people that don't live here, and I keep telling them, "Excuse me, don't live here." Oh, okay, sorry. Next day, there's another one. So, and let's see. Britt said, "Oh, Maru, that's wonderful to hear in a review. I was quite drawn to the cards displayed in the pictures on Amazon. I like when the images tell me stories themselves, and the few I saw spoke." And there are a lot of flip throughs, even though I don't do the regular traditional flip throughs like Rochelle does. Oh my goodness! If anybody wants to know what a deck looks like, I'm sure Rochelle has there's an app for that. There's a video for that when it comes to decks. Rochelle does so many. So, if ever wanted to, see what a deck looks like before you buy, definitely start with Rochelle's channel, Amethyst Ascension. Because there are times when I purchase decks after seeing only a couple pictures, and then it's like, wah, wah, wah. And so it's really good to really look at ahead of time. Flip through. So, Castaway Negativity. Oh, how cute change. Oh, now this is badass. I like this. Concealment. I like the old Venetian party masks and the animals club. This is cool. I like that. So yeah, my tastes in art and cards have really changed. Would you not say, Tom? Because I think you of everybody have known me the longest, and maybe Beth. Yeah, and Cosmic Steven. Yes. Oh my God, Steven's got like 1,000 decks, and he wasn't joking. So, he would probably have it too. Confidence. I like the bee. Courage. Lion. Beautiful. It has changed. Yeah. Creativity. The spider. Allison would like that one with the spider. Cutting ties. I just love the artwork on this. It's so intricate. And I think this might pair nicely too with my magical botanical as well. Defense. Yeah, my daddy was a Scorpio. And I'm supposed to be a Scorpio in sidereal. Heather, I wouldn't say changed, I would say expanded. Yeah, expanded, transmuted, transformed. I get it. I like it. Now, this is an interesting one. Destiny. The knight's face mask is throwing me off a little bit, but still. I love keys. I've always loved keys as a child. I still have one somewhere that was, I didn't know what it was to. I never, even as a child, I didn't know what it belonged to. And yet I still have it. And now this is interesting. Divine guidance. The frog is going after a dragonfly. Looks like he's about ready to eat him. Elixir of life. I like that one. Y'all, these are really beautiful. Equilibrium. I know Allison says sometimes, girl, you go too fast. But again, Selena has a flip through on her channel. And for those coming in, I have the link in the description for US games, but you can always check, like Amazon and other places to see if there are any copies that might be on sale. I mean, $24.95 for 44 cards. This beautifully done, that beautiful box, and with all the vellum in here. I mean, yeah, because vellum's not cheap. You go to an art store, pay a good price for that. Finding Love Seahorses. These are nice. I told you, Tom, you would like them. And hello, Irene. Good to see you, my dear. As I'm saying, good to see you. We got the Good Fortune. I think that's a little scarab beetle with its wings open. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Good luck, the ladybug. Yep, I love my ladybugs. Bye, Beth. Thanks for popping in and saying hi, my dear. Thanks for hanging out last night. It's good to see you again in chat, my dear. Grounding. And Beth, we'll have to do a show sometime if you're comfortable with coming on. Grounding. I love eggs. This is so cool. Growth of energy. Very cool. Happiness. Some of them are sticking a little bit. Healing energy. And there's the tree, the world tree. That's beautiful. I don't do well with geometry. I've never done good with math or anything. I can look at a design and be able to appreciate it, but then when they start breaking it down and this equals this and this here to, then the brain just kind of starts to melt. Intuition, all-seeing eye, karmic justice. Need more of that in life. Let's see, knowledge. Now, to me, this would be a high priestess card. I like that, knowledge, and also a hermit card. So it's like a hermit and a priestess. If the hermit and the priestess went on a date together, or had coffee together, or had some mushroom tea or mushroom coffee. Leadership. There's a lion. But nice if they would included a jaguar. I don't think they did, or a panther. But that's beautiful too. I love the sand dollars. And this one had sand dollars. Oh, okay. Oh, Selena, I bet you this was one of your favorite cards. Look at that beautiful owl. Learn the truth. And then we have a crab. Let it go. Oh, let go. Luna. Yes. I love the Luna. Let me see what's sticking. Nope. Okay. That's beautiful. I love that. Also has a beautiful combination of Native American and goddess, all kind of wrapped into that. It's really, really beautiful. And I adopted a wolf named Luna for a year when I was in Massachusetts at the wolf sanctuary. She was beautiful. Magical power, yes, with the owl. Magical power. Mindfulness. Telling a crab to let go. Yep. Oh, wow. These are just really cool. Navigation. Ooh, I just come across. Did you hear that? That sucker in that air. Oh my goodness. Overcome fear. Oh, how beautiful. Look at that. I love that. Now, I know I had a past life of some kind in the ancient time. I mean, especially Victorian. I love stuff like that. Absolutely love it. To befriend a wolf. Well, we weren't allowed to touch her, Irene. It was an actual wolf pack that had been, wolves that had been saved. And they were being protected, and they actually had some pups. I got to pet a wolf pup one day. But this was to educate people and to help keep them rehabilitated and keep them safe. And it was called Wolf Hollow. I don't know if they're still in business, if they were able to keep going. But on the weekends they were open, and they would do, the presentation outside. And their favorite treats were cheese. You want to bring a wolf to the fence? It was cheese, and we got to howl with them. So on weekends, I would go and howl with the wolves. And hey, Amanda, Mama Sushi. I have never actually seen one, but I've heard lots in my life. Oh, Shan got to see one in his path. He said it was just something that, the way he was describing it was like transcendent. He was just on a path. He thought it was a dog, and then he froze, and he looked at it, and it stopped, looked right at him, and they had a moment, and then it just continued on, and he was like, that was a wolf. So my Pyrenees is a cheese monkey. Yep. Oh, and passion. The deer, the elk, the steak. How beautiful. Oh, kind of like a green man a little bit. A little ogre green man. That's cool. Oh, now Elsa would like this one, I bet. So, might you want yours too, Celine? Rebirth. Look at that skull. That's cool. I think that's the death moth up there too. Nope, they didn't put the skull on it. So, but yeah. Oh, and the fox. Look at the fox. I have seen a cougar and a lynx close. Ooh, that's got to be amazing. Safe travel. I love how they used the famous artwork by, was it Hiroshi? I think it was Hiroshi that did that one. Success. They're like the star card. Beautiful. 2 rhinos, union. That's cute. Willpower. Look at that face, that big nose. And the last, wisdom. Almost kind of like your Cthulhu, Tom. We were talking about that last night. Very cool. Oh, wow. I absolutely love these cards. So what I am going to do now, if anybody would like a card or like a little reading, let me know. And I can pull one, start breaking in, and start using my deck. Get this all, and it shuffles very nicely. Ooh, I like that. It's not too slippery. Doesn't feel like it's going to go sliding out of my hand. Oh, really nice. Can I do a quick sip? So if anyone would like a card, let me know. Howdy, horsey, giddy up. Howdy, horsey. What? I'm lost here. I'm so sorry. I couldn't resist. Oh, it must have been something I said. Okay. When I was 16 and my local library had a reserve breed in an adult and a 6-month-old wolf. Oh, the pup peed inside the library. Yeah. When they were holding up the one wolf pup, that's what it started to do. The guy had to turn it around because the little, streets are going wee all over, and people were getting, a kick out of it. They didn't mind. We didn't mind at all. Actually, I did get to meet a wolf once. Well, he was, I think, a hybrid. We met the two owners. His name was Nova. He was a black and gray. And people have this tendency of saying, hey, wouldn't it be cool to have a part wolf? And they go and they, and try to, do a half breed with a wolf, or they go looking for them. And so this family ended up adopting Nova, and they're going to be his caretakers for the rest of his life. So, okay, let me move this up. Wisdom. That's interesting how the play on words, isn't it, Maruda? How certain words, yep. Wisdom. Got it. Like hell for help. It's really interesting how in English. Of course, Selena! Yay! I was hoping for one. I can't wait to use these. Alrighty. Wouldn't it be something, Selena, if that owl came up? And you know me, I've been shuffling, so let's see. We'll do a top and a bottom. I've been doing that. Ooh, of course. And I'm going to have to use the book because I'm learning, but Selena, Essence of the Moon. She gets Luna, she gets the moon. So that is your top card of what is seen, what is visible, what's on your mind, girl. And they don't number. Oh, but do they go in alphabetical? No, they don't go in alphabetical. Yes, they do. So, Luna. Let's see what it says here in the book. Represents the freedom of desire and the illuminated path of moonlit dreams. Brings comfort to let your imagination fly and show your wild side. Ooh. In the dark, our subconscious can bring to the surface vivid clues of a hidden situation. Okay, you can achieve your goals and desires if you pay close attention to the limitations of logic and reason. And this also represents prophetic dreams. So this is, basically, hi, I'm here. I'm Selena. I'm the moon. So yeah, after you state your wish, say, and so it will be. So there's something called talisman power to go along with the reading, and it says use the Luna card to conjure some moon magic, and we are heading towards a full moon soon. We just had our half and half light, half dark. Which is also a powerful time for the moon as well. Let's see, let me get back on track here. Conjure some moon magic and to evoke prophetic dreams, epiphanies, and your imagination. You can also use this card if you're having trouble sleeping. Our bodies are made of 60% water, and we know that the moon affects the water levels tremendously. Meditate with this card, preferably by gazing out at the moon. The celestial body has the power to induce our subconscious dreams. Try telling her your deepest wishes and inspirations. That's beautiful. I thought our bodies were 80%, so it's 60. Interesting. So that's you on top. This is all about you and, remembering your dreams, believing in your dreams, believing in your visions and the messages that you get and you receive. And then the bottom card makes sense to me, the grounding, what you may, but I think this is something that, or the overall energy, something that's usually like hidden, but I think for you, the grounding is so important, especially with all the work that you have been doing, working those long hours, with school, making time for Darla, for hubby, and for your own self with your videos and your potions and everything, and being out into nature. So I think this is really what's going to help. I think you said when I noticed when I was reading that you're mentioning going out. I'll be out collecting mugwort tonight, so you're going to be out getting grounded. Beautiful. Let's see what also for grounding here. Let's see what it says. And let's see. Grounding and stability. Kind of like the anchor in like the Lenormand. It's about stability. Um, let's see. Grounding a long-awaited relationship, position, or financial compensation will become permanent. I still, can't wait for your store, your business, my dear. Um, you can now ease your mind and focus on the desired security. This card can mean finally seeing the light after a challenging period. So, yeah, um, for me, I think this was your last semester, you said, and then you're going to be able to. I can't remember, but you're working on this, and you just stick to that light of your moon, your stars, and just keep making sure that you're grounded, but still holding on to those dreams, and you're working towards them. Even when it might get challenging, like it says in here, stormy weather is over. Now you can adjust to the new steady pace of life. Don't be afraid to take a chance, but choose the option with long-term beneficial results if the opportunity arises. And so again, the talisman power, grounding or stabilizing, basically in your fast-paced environment. Spiritual grounding also, when emotions are running wild. Looking at the card, the picture, anchor slowly into the water, reaching the ocean bottom. The light coming from the lighthouse shines brightly to show you that you have nothing to fear and you're finally home. And the affirmation is, I know I am safe and secure. I love that. That's beautiful. Thank you, Selena, for being my first read with my deck. I know you're sharing something else. What do you use it for? So, okay, mugwort is used for enhancing dreams, intuition, protection, and spiritual journey, especially in rituals involving the moon and the third eye. Very nice. So, Saluna, my name does mean goddess of the moon. Yes, it does. That could be one of your epithets, goddess. Let's see. I'm starting to sell more on your coffee shop. Awesome. Yay, yay. And if you want to go ahead and put that link too, anybody has links to their channels, their businesses, donations, go right ahead. No, I only get 1 week up of a year. Oh my goodness. And I love the wind, Maruta, especially when storms pop up, and I love standing outside and just letting the wind just blow around me, blow through my hair. It's so invigorating. I love it. And Irene says, my name means peace. Beautiful. I mean, both those cards, spot on. The moth will go with you tonight. Aww. Alrighty, so I know that Maru, you asked, so alrighty. Get grounded. Oh, so I don't even have to look at the book. But off the bat, top card, overcoming fear. Things that you have shared and things that that you haven't shared. There's a lot of fear, and things going on and concerns in life. And one of the things about overcoming fear that might scare us, and the undercard is change. And so I know change can scare a lot of people. Him in many ways, me as well. there's certain things. Some of us are, are open to change. We're excited about it. But sometimes real deep down, true change that is needed can be scary. And this kind of seems to be sometimes the theme a little bit when I pull cards for you, is that there is fears in obstacles. I don't say, well, there are obstacles, challenges um, that um, that you've been dealing with, some that you share, others that are private. But the the need to change sometimes even weighs us down, makes us scared as well. I mean, I for me, I can speak from that perspective is, but not being afraid. Follow that light. So let's see what it says for overcoming. Um, Thank you, Selena. Overcoming fear. The unknown can be frightening, and it's easy for those feelings to intensify in the darkness and when we feel exhausted. Make sure all your needs are met and you are well rested. Patience, consistency, and validation to rewire the old paths of your thoughts. And how do we do that? By changing them. So there's the change. So I love how these two cards go together when the messages come that clear. Past experiences are triggering the current emotions. So acknowledge the reasons you feel this way. Note the way you speak to yourself as well. You are strong and powerful. We all are. We can overcome anything. But just remember to be gentle and patient with who you are. But at the same time, not resting on that. Saying, "Well, this is the way I am," and there's no way I can change, and I'm just going to let it be the way it is and not deal with it. Well, I think that's where the change card comes in and says, "No, off the tush." I think we all have places in our lives that where we do that. Especially now when we got a new couch, it's going to be hard to get my tush up off that beautiful couch. So use this card when you need to face your fears or anxiety. Create a safe space in your mind by imagining lighting a candle. The candle represents your bravery, and the prickly branches on this card are your fears and anxieties. Look at the card again and envision the light shining brighter and stronger until it spills over the edges of the card and out into reality. Feel the burden dissolve and notice how light this new feeling of love and trust becomes. And it says, I can manage my feelings. It's going to change one way or another. Yes, you can, Miss Carolina. Carolina. So let's see. Of course, change. And every time I see the word change, I think of that Sheryl Crow song. I think a change will do you good. That was a great video too. I love early Sheryl Crow. Not so fond of the newer stuff, but the older stuff, yeah. They actually had Leaving Las Vegas on a video the other last night that I was watching. So, okay. See, music, I digress. But I love how music and cards and divination come together. That's one of the things I love when Ange and I did those shows with the musical live streams. I miss doing those with her. So change. New experiences will bring excitement in your life. You'll be taking a risk or an unknown step forward, but listen to your intuition and follow the process of change. So the change card can be looked at as the Fool card too. Starting something new, taking a risk, not being afraid, to take that step forward. Don't fear making mistakes because they present opportunities to grow and learn something new. The seed of life behind the chameleon represents the unity of all aspects of life. This change will bring cumulative fulfillment. Be ready to embrace the unknown and enjoy the adventure ahead of you. Yep, that's basically the Fool card. Let's see, for the Talisman power, use this card when you're ready to step out of your comfort zone, when you're in a new environment and you need to adapt smoothly. In a situation where you feel the fear of change rising, envision the chameleon changing its color. assign different colors. And we were just talking about colors, Maruta, with Gerald the other day. So this is so apropos. I love this. Assign different colors to the various energy or emotions you want to channel. And with time, remembering those colors will help you embrace that particular energy. So anything that makes you feel uncomfortable, um, think of what chakra that would resonate with, or if you feel that energy, that fear of change, where do you feel it in your body, and then work with that color. That's very cool. And it says here, I am adaptable. Hey, Janet, thanks for popping in. So that's what we got, Maruta. I just love that card. Oh my God. It's one of those, these are one of those decks where I just kind of want to put it into a book and make it into a bibliomancy. I love that. This is going to be so cool. Alrighty, so Carolina. It's going to change one way or the other. One way or the other. Oh, she just celebrated, I think, her 70-some birthday. I saw Deborah Harry do a quick little video short for her fans on Instagram. She still looks amazing. And also who turned 72. I saw it. She's on the cover of, I think, that Women's World or magazine at the checkout stand. Cyndi Lauper, 72. I didn't realize she was 72. She still looks fabulous. I'll do colors if you do snake. Well, they pop up. Like I said, I respect their energy. There's actually some music done by Gabriel Roth and the Mirrors, where they use instruments to represent animals. And I'm going to plug that CD right now. Gabriel, we lost her about, oh my God, I think she's been gone about 15 years now, 10, 15 years. But she released a whole bunch of CDs, back when in my youth and before that. And one of them is called Bones. I highly recommend Gabriel Roth and the Mirrors. It's called Bones. And it's all just music on different instruments to represent the sounds of animals. There is dolphin, there is crow, there is snake, there is wolf, there is deer, and it's an amazing CD. I still love that. I have a lantern like that on my Amazon wish list. Ooh. I think they're called the hurricane, not hurricane. What are they called? Hurricane lamps or lanterns? Okay. Whew. Being warm in here. Let me take a sip. Okay. Finding love and good luck. I could hear someone, I know in my head I heard, looking for love, oh, good luck with that, kind of, and that's joking. But I could see looking at that, if I was reading for other people, they'd be like, well, is that what that means? But no, so you've got finding love. And I love that they're two seahorses. That is so adorable. So what's, inner consciousness, is visible, or at least what we're willing to acknowledge, is the fact that we're finding love with others, finding love with ourselves, the reconnection. I love these cards because I can look at some of these, and not even, with the book, it looks like there's a pendulum, so it's almost kind of like following a compass, following the pendulum, moving, finding that person or that energy where when one gently swings one way, that gentle energy, spins back around, and there's that beautiful synergy. And I love how they're coming together like in a little kiss. That's so sweet. So finding love. Finding love in all the wrong places. You know me, I like to sing, so finding love. A pure conscious connection is awaiting. This doesn't always represent instant chemistry in an intimate relationship. It could also represent a nourishing platonic bond based on honesty and mutual appreciation. And this is the one thing I'm like, I want to put the brakes on here, as this card also means finding your true soulmate. Because for me, it's all about, soulmates and twin flames. Now, Carolina, I don't know how, or Carolina. I say Carolina because I think of I hear Selena's accent when she says your name. So beautiful. When it comes to, I don't know how you feel about soulmates. Um, you know, I think for me, a soulmate is somebody that's not necessarily an intimate partner, sexual partner. To me, I think soulmates are people that resonate with us on deeply on a soul level. So I'm not sure how you resonate with the term soulmate, but it says here this is means of finding your true soulmate. And this could even be looking, meeting yourself as well. But be on the lookout, as serendipity can bring an inevitable shift in the air that can form a spark in your love life. A stable and fulfilling connection built on trust and respect can make you fascinated with your other half, but moreover, it helps you reconnect with your true self. So, again, like the pendulum, both ways. This could be for intimate relationships, just connecting with people um, on a deeper soul level, friends, family, oneself. And then the underlying energy is good luck. So I don't know if you feel like you're struggling at this time to find this kind of love. Um, with the good luck being underneath, it's basically saying it's a successful card to me looking at it. With that beautiful ladybug, and I'll show what that one card up to again. When I see this, though, I sometimes think it's an egg, but to me, it also is a ladybug. But an egg too means new beginnings, new potential, new life. So, and I love how they have the two circles. So we have the two seahorses, and then the two circles connecting within that beautiful diamond shape, and then you have the ladybug. I'll read the good luck card, but it almost feels like you're don't give up. If there's any feeling of like you're don't feel like you're going to find somebody or find the right people, or wondering if and when, this is a good omen. I like this, and that the ladybug is always a beautiful omen of good luck, of success. um, and luck is with you and with everything you touch. So indicates growth and increased potential. Currents are in your favor, and if you act upon your wishes, you will benefit greatly. It is up to you, though, to channel this good fortune. The circles on the card form the number 8. That's true. 8 is an auspicious number and a symbol of new beginnings. So, new beginnings, finding love. These are beautiful pairings. Fate will take a strong hand and redirect your path in a very positive way. What you do after this shift is up to you. It's in your own hands. So it says here, for the talisman power, use this card when you need a little extra stardust for your projects and ventures. You can also use this card if you're feeling a bit short of luck. Imagine the circle spinning slowly and the ladybug fluttering around the flowers. You are attracting them and you feel their tickling feet landing in your hand and the magic swirling all around. Oh my goodness, that's adorable. And your affirmation is, I attract good luck. So I hope that. Oh, good night, Britt. Thanks for hanging out. No need to read from me. I can participate much. Okay. So yeah, finding love in all the wrong places. It's beautiful. Show this to you one more time. But that's what I have for you, my dear. Hope that resonated. And Tom, how about you? I have enough time for another read. I haven't read for you in a while. Would you like a talisman? You're welcome, Caroline. I hope that helped. I went 7 years. Sure, what the hell? I went 7 years without a relationship because I just wasn't going to settle for, what was less for me, And I always wondered too when if I ever was going to find somebody. And eventually Shan came around, and it'll be 24 years in October. So if there's a feeling, a sense of maybe longing or loneliness, just know that sometimes being, how do they say that being lonely doesn't necessarily mean you're alone. But, I've been there. But since 99, Irene. Oh my goodness, my dear. Well, maybe that was meant to be, I went, as long as I did because I just didn't want to make the same mistakes and break these cycles and patterns that I saw, not just in the family, but in my friends that, I had in college going, girl, what are you doing? So, there's a saying that goes, when people say, have you ever been in a room full of people, but yet you still felt alone? I've had those moments, but then maybe we can turn those around and focus that attention onto us, ourselves, and know that we are enough. So, Tom, sure, what the hell? And y'all saw me shuffling. So, Tom, your top card, and what I hope you're acknowledging that you can see, is you got the good luck card too. That's interesting. You just, posted that video. It's being very successful. I know you want to start working on your channel more. You said, was it last night, you have, projects coming up. I know work keeps you busy, but, and life could be stressful, but you retain, despite all that, of what's going on, you retain that sense of success, fulfillment, and knowing that what plans you have wanted to make, things that you have wanted to manifest, that they're going to come to fruition given time, like in the book, with the patience. And your underlying energy, it says maybe this is necessarily something you don't actually recognize or acknowledge, but what's working in your favor, but I'm pretty sure you do, is that you did get magical power. Maybe this is a reminder of the power that is within you, that you teach us about, and instruct us on how, for us, how to embrace our own, and different avenues that you study, that you share with us. So you have that magical power aspect, the magician, being able to move energy as above, again, so below, able to bring that energy in and make manifest changes in your life that's going to continue or will be continuing to bring you good luck, or the type of luck that you see. Sometimes the luck, again, sometimes what is good luck for us, what is success, may be something that we have a hard time seeing. That's kind of where gratitude comes in. But I'm going to open the book, but you have that magical power. You've got the power. So, yeah, could resist. I say, I grew up in the 80s. Well, that was kind of early 90s. So, magical power. We are born with a special gift of magic. We often overlook this extraordinary power to bring happiness, represented with the good luck card, to those around us or in our own hearts. In the center of it all is a very powerful emotion, love. By setting up our intent, we can create a new world. So this is the magician card. This is all things that you know that you have worked with, that you have studied and have practiced. By setting our intent, we can create a new world. Believing in ourselves begins with loving and being kind to who we are, understanding our limits. Love is the law, love under rule. And pushing just a little further to better ourselves. In these ways, we become closer to fulfilling our purpose in life. The dragonflies start their life as larvae in water and later rise up into the air and fly. They are our connection with nature and our guides to the realm of magic. Wow. Use this card to strengthen your intent or awaken your magical gift. So if you feel like I don't know if this is saying that you don't feel like your magic is maybe as, I don't say as good as it used to be, or you don't feel in touch with certain elements of magic. And for people, magic means different things too. This could be, being able to being out in nature and being awe-inspired and feeling the energy from nature and the connection to nature. To me, that's magic. That's the force. So for maybe the card is acknowledging that there is or has been maybe a little bit of a dry spell, possibly. Hi, Nancy. Um, and this is just a gentle reminder that um, remember work that you have done in the past. You are successful. You have a home. You have a beautiful wife. You have two wonderful kitties. You know, a brutal job. Having to sit at computers probably all day or whatnot, but and dealing with what's going on in the world. I think this might not to let that drain that spirit, that energy, that essence out of you. Your natural magic, not earth magic, Tom's magic, the magic that's already within, that is there, and then that can be amplified, directed, transmuted by connecting with nature and with a higher, now I'm going to say higher power, as in not necessarily consciousness power, like a god, but an energy, those archetypes within yourself, outside of yourself, the cosmos, the light matter, the dark matter. And where am I going with this? I don't know. This is just what's all coming out. So let's see. The talisman card, a message for this card is: use this card to strengthen your intent or awaken your magical gift. You can use the magical card, power card, with any other card to enhance the potential of its meaning. Focus on the magical hexagram and the powerful energy that spreads on the card. Feel the charge of life feeding your ability. The dragonfly lifts itself in the air and flies away. Follow that winged messenger. And it says here, the magic is in me. And what's really cool about these cards too is you can do spell work with them. You can sit and look at the intent, focus. Get one of those LED candles if you like using candles, and you got fur babies, like I don't know, you can't really trust a candle. So, and just maybe meditating on or putting that energy out there and expanding. Yeah, it had a unicersal. Wait a minute. What is this word? It had a unicersal hexagram on it, right? Which one? There's this one here. See, you know what this is all about. You know you want this deck, Tom. This is going to be a Heather made me do it. And then there's the other one. But keep working at your magic, keep manifesting, keep doing what it is. It's basically the feeling I'm getting is rekindling that magic that's in you. That feels like that may have been lost. And know that it's already never been lost, but it's here. It's there. It hasn't gone away. And just kind of have to see it through all the shit that's going on in the world. Because I know a lot of that, brings you down. So just know that, times like this, a lot of us feel powerless, but then again, that's the point. I think a lot of what goes on in the media, in the world, and just trying to stay out of it so that it doesn't take our power away. It's the news and everything. Social media can be like vampire energy, and once we step back some more from it, we take back our power, and step out of the doo doo, so to speak. So that's what I have for you, Tom. I think that resonated. I hope it did. So, yeah, Miss Nancy, to share my deck with everybody. I'm pulling a few cards, and I'm at 612. So let's see, did I miss Unicursal? The star? Yes, the star at the top of the magic card. Oops, I shuffled, but already, I'll take it. Yep, well, you're always telling, us to believe in ourselves and our readings and stuff, so we're a reflection. We just gotta sometimes remind each other as well, from time to time. Going into lurking mode, watching on TV. Oh, so Nancy, would you like a couple cards, or because if not, I'm going to head off. But I did want to take off unless, well, that's right, if you're going to go into lurking. But I can always pull you cards, when we talk in the morning and stuff. So let me know. And I am starting to get hungry. And one of the things that I'm learning, getting back into working with hopefully magic and the nature and the elements, is that, it's time to stop when, you're getting hungry, you're getting distracted, you're not being able to focus on staying grounded and, being present and stuff. So it may be that time to, but yeah, Nancy, I'll pull cards for you later tomorrow. Okay, sounds good. Alrighty, well, everybody, thank you for joining me. I'm glad people showed up. I was wondering there for a minute, the first two or 3 minutes. So Tom was the first one to throw me a lifeline. So, but yeah, thank you, everybody. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and we will see you with Nancy and I on Monday. So take care, everybody. Have a good night. Bye-bye.